Welcome back to the Blitzed and Amused podcast. Again, I'm here with Jaden.
Hello.
You were quiet. Hold on. Let's get this straightened out.
You are quite the person, too.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Anyways, week 18 is done and over with. We know the whole playoff bracket now. The Vikings did, in fact, not get the 1 seed. We were very far from it, to be honest.
Yeah, that was not the greatest game.
Yeah, yeah, that was awesome. A lot of coaches got fired. A lot of GMs got fired around the league. A lot more coaches. I think there was only like 3 GMs that got fired.
I
Um,
mean, the one that surprised me the most is that the Giants kept everybody.
yeah. What?
What the
Like,
fuck?
I like Dable. Don't get me wrong, but that GM, I guess, I don't know. I don't mind it. Give him another year, see what he does. He could hit on a pick.
But if
Like,
you've seen that clip in the off season, he's just smiling and laughing while the owner is fucking freaking shit that Saquon leaving.
yeah, that was a happy moment for you.
It was, but it was not a happy moment for them.
No. So the GMs that got fired are the Raiders, Jets, and Titans. Um, and the head coaches that got fired, the Raiders and Jets are 2 of them. So they completely are reworking their whole system. Jaguars fired Doug Peterson. Obviously, Eberflus got fired earlier this season. Saints fired their coach, and the Patriots fired Gerard Mayo.
Yeah. That one I kind of agree with just because of when he called all his players soft.
Yeah, you don't do that.
That's kind of a bad look as an NFL coach.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I don't know. There's not like head coach openings. People are talking about Flores leaving, and obviously Ben Johnson will probably leave. And I heard teams have been asking about Arizona's OC,
Really.
but looking at these 6 teams here that have fired their coaches, honestly, I don't see a great opportunity for Flores to get like a team that he could do anything with in the like foreseeable future, like maybe 2-3 years.
But more money, you know what I mean?
The Bears might be his best option, but I don't know. There's a
I
lot of
mean,
people leaving on that team. It's built to win, honestly. But
it really is. They just, for some reason, cannot get it done.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, the North was just insanely tough this year, but that's only 6 year games, and you went 1-5 in the division. So did the
You,
Packers, and they ended up 11-6.
yeah, but they're like, you also think like they were 4-2. They were a hail mary away from being 5-2,
Yeah,
and then they just lost 10 in a row.
that's crazy.
What?
If you hear about a team that has a 1-5 record in their division, you'd think they're pretty shit, right?
Yes.
The Packers are 1-5 in division, and they are 11-6 in the playoffs.
No bias here because we play them this weekend. No bias. I think that the Packers' wins have not been significant at all.
I think they're a good team. They're just not a great team.
Yeah, like they're unable to make it to the playoffs team, but not able to make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know. The Raiders, I mean, you're going to have. I don't know. The defense is solid, I guess.
Their
But
offense is very questionable, and I don't know what pick they have, but if
it's
it's not for
top
Shadur or
5.
Cam Ward, does it even matter?
No. Did you see that Carson Beck withdrew his going to the NFL draft? He hit the transfer portal.
I did see that.
He might be a Buckeye next year.
I really hope not. He's
um,
a good quarterback, but well, I'm okay.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Looking at the scoring margin versus playoff teams this season for playoff teams, it is insane. Um, so obviously scoring margin versus playoff teams is teams that are in the playoffs and it's their like point differential
Yeah.
against other playoff teams. I'll go from the bottom to the top. And keep in mind, Kansas City would be way higher than what they are if they didn't rest their starters week 18, you know.
They got fucking blown out by the Broncos.
Yeah, it was like 38 nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the bottom, going up, Houston at negative 66.
That makes sense. Houston has been a very rocky team this year.
Chargers at negative 35.
See, that one's kind of surprising because their defense was actually insane this year.
Yeah, that one surprises me. I don't know. I thought they had a weak schedule though, didn't they?
I don't know.
I mean, they played the Raiders twice. That's not a playoff team though. This is only against playoff teams, I guess. This isn't their whole season point differential.
Yeah. Okay.
Washington at negative 30.
Wow.
Yeah, that one surprised me, to be honest. Pittsburgh also at negative 30.
That one doesn't surprise me because of the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks of the season where
Yeah.
they just played hella playoff teams and lost every single one.
Yeah. Rams next up at negative 16.
Yeah, but that's also like beginning of the season. Puka's out.
Yep.
Cooper Kupp's out.
They are a good team. They're a very good team.
Yeah.
Next up, Green Bay at negative 15.
See, that one I feel like should be weird because they played the Lions and the Vikings twice. And you'd think playing those teams like blowouts both times.
They were halfway close, though, every game, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even with the Lions beat them by, I don't know how much the first time. I thought it was somewhat of a blowout, but not horrible. Also, Buffalo at negative 15. That's surprising
but
to me.
yeah, I was gonna say surprising, but like not surprising. Just because they win very close games.
Yeah. A lot of them have had to have been like Josh Allen shootouts, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Next up is Minnesota at negative 3. So we're about dead even.
I'll say that very much makes sense.
After that, it is Denver at plus 3. I think if Chiefs don't rest starters, I think they're in the negatives pretty far.
I think they're negative 35 at that point.
Yeah. But that would mean they scored zero, like tied. So
yeah,
it could go anyway. It just depend on what the score would have been.
Yeah.
Next up is Kansas City at plus 4. That makes a lot of sense. They won a lot of close games this season.
I mean, yeah, but without that Denver game, they would be plus fucking 40 something.
After this, it starts to ramp up quite a bit.
I bet.
Number 4, Tampa Bay at plus 26.
Yeah, that does make sense. They score a lot of points.
Yeah, they do.
They score a lot of points.
Yeah, they do. After that, number 3 is Philadelphia at plus 29.
Whoop, whoop. You ain't mean.
That offense is a steamroller when Jalen's out there.
Yes, sometimes. Sometimes it starts off very slow, and it sucks to be an Eagles fan.
Yeah. Second, Detroit at plus 36. I thought it'd be a lot higher.
Second. Wow, Detroit's second.
And that would leave Baltimore at 1 at a whopping plus 112.
Yeah.
112!
Baltimore's a scary team right now.
Yeah, very. Very scary.
Do you think with how they've been playing that they should be a favorite to make it to the Super Bowl?
Yes, I would say yes, but it always just ends up seeing how they play in the playoffs. Losing Zay Flowers kind of lost a little bit of confidence for me, at least, which sucks.
I think he'll be. I think he should be back, shouldn't he?
I thought I heard. It looked a lot worse than what it was.
I was gonna say I've seen the play. He immediately grabbed his knee.
Yeah. We could talk about some Week 18 games. I have a lot of stuff on that.
Let's do it.
First off, Panthers beat the Falcons in overtime.
Yo, that game honestly was kind of insane.
Yeah, that was like what 44-38 or something. Or
something like that.
Yeah, it was a very high scoring game for both teams. 44-38, yeah. Michael Penix actually had a really good game for how little he's played this season. I mean, 21 for 38, 312 yards, 2 tuds, and a pick.
I think really, honestly, in the playoff matchup, that was the only game that really mattered. That and the Bucks game.
Yeah, it was whoever was going to win that division.
Yeah.
That and the other Week 18 game would have been Packers Bears. If the Packers would have won, they would have got the 6th seed instead of the Commanders.
But the Commanders won as well.
Yeah, Packers lost to the Bears.
I know, but wouldn't the Packers also needed the Commanders to lose since the Commanders are already ahead of them?
Yeah. Well, no. If the Packers won, they would have got the 6th seed over the Commanders.
I really wish the Packers would have won, honestly.
You want to see?
I wanna-
you don't want to see the
I-
Packers?
Nah, I want to get my lick back on Washington.
You'll get it. You'll get it. Hopefully.
Honestly, I hope not. I hope the Commanders win, and then I hope the Vikings win, and I hope we meet up in the divisional the divisional.
Who, Vikings and
Eagles.
in the divisional or
'cause
the conference championship?
The divisional, because the Commanders will go to Detroit, and you'll come to Philly.
I don't want that.
You already know what happens in Philly when Minnesota come down.
I don't want to talk about that. I want to
I
be
wanna
happy
talk
for at
about
least
that.
another week.
I don't want you to be happy. I want to see you sad, and I want to be the one that caused the sadness.
Also, we have some comments from a listener on some of our earlier videos, and they are directed towards you.
Okay.
They are from our friend RJ. When you said that you're like the nicest Eagles fan or something,
Yeah.
he said Jaden just needs to pat himself on the back to make him seem like a bearable Eagles fan.
You know what? That's true. I'm a very delusional Eagles fan, and I know this for a fact because we're winning the Super Bowl this year, and no one can tell me anything different.
Sure.
Shut up.
And then in the next episode, he said, "This Jaden fella kinda being touchy."
Whoa. Touchy about what?
Probably the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, probably.
But going back to that Panthers Falcons game, I just had to slip those comments in there. Hilarious. We need to see more of that. More Jaden hate in the comments.
That's fucked up, bro. What'd I do? You're an Eagles fan.
Yeah. Bryce Young had a game. 25 for 34, 251, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. But
He really has turned it around in the second half of the season.
yeah, very much
I think
so.
that makes the Panthers office job really hard for what they want to do in the draft now.
Yeah. I mean, obviously build around Bryce. It was looking like another scenario of just the franchise failing the rookie quarterback or the young quarterback, you know?
Yeah, which happens way too much in the NFL.
It does. Also, on the Falcons side of the ball, they have some dudes, and I think next season with Penix, full season, I think they're going to be actually scary. Drake London, 10 receptions, 187 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's been a dog.
Bijan Robinson, 28 carries, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Man, I'm so mad that the Eagles didn't pick him up.
Yeah. The Falcons did not register a sack against the Panthers, which is very worrisome.
I just want to throw another name in there because I want him to be great so badly.
Who?
Kyle Pitts, for the love of God,
Yeah.
do something.
Get him the
Anything.
ball.
Just do anything.
Yeah, literally.
You pick him up in fantasy and he doesn't do a goddamn thing.
Yeah. Not a defensive game at all in that one.
Yeah, the Falcons just could not stop them, and the Panthers could not. Nobody could stop anybody.
No. Jets beat the Dolphins, kind of killed the Dolphins' playoff hopes. A lot would have had to go right for them. I mean, Tyler Huntley was their starting quarterback.
I mean, they would have needed the Broncos to lose that game, which I think anybody going into that game knowing who Carson Wentz is, the Chiefs were not winning that game.
Yeah, talking about the Dolphins, Tyreek is probably out of there.
Man, that's crazy how he just fucking aired him out like that.
I mean, they kind of failed him.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, Tua going down, that's not their fault.
No. I don't think Tua's the quarterback that Tyreek thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
but
I mean, they did put up 70 last year.
they did. That was on the Broncos, wasn't it?
It was on the Broncos.
Sorry, Ron.
Yeah, how you like it?
Yeah. The Cardinals dicked down the 49ers
That made me happy.
like bad. 47-24.
You know what though? Josh Dobbs kind of had a game. I know he had 2 interceptions, but 326 yards and 2 tutties.
Yeah.
Like on paper, you look at their stats and it's like, damn, they should have put up like a lot of points. And
They kind of 24 ain't a bad game.
it is when your defense can't get a stop to save their life.
Yeah. Kyler Murray, 25 for 35, 242 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Insane.
Trey McBride getting touchdowns now.
Yep, good to see. I saw this crazy Marvin Harrison Jr. stat, and it was comparing him to his dad. So this is rookie Marvin Harrison Sr. compared to rookie Marvin Harrison Jr. 118 targets to 116 targets. 64 receptions to 62 receptions. 836 yards to 885 yards. 8 receiving touchdowns to 8 receiving touchdowns. Average receiving yards per game, 52.3 to 52.1.
What the fuck?
1 fumble and 0 games missed for the both of them.
What the fuck?
That is insane.
Man, it's crazy because everybody was saying Marvin Harrison was having a bad year. But, like, he's a rookie. You can't expect him to come out here and get fucking 1,200 yards in one season.
Yeah,
already.
like,
He's not Malik Neighbors.
no, and like, dude from the Jaguars, Brian Thomas, crazy rookie year.
He's insane.
Yeah. Malik Neighbors, crazy rookie year. I mean, look at Addison last year, right? Like
Yeah.
JJ goes down, he's our number 1. He put up over 1,000 in his rookie year, you know?
Yeah, and like the same thing with like Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas. Who else do they have to throw to?
Literally. I mean, what was shocking about Addison was obviously he was our number 1 receiver, you know.
Yeah,
But we still had Hawkinson.
Hawkins sucks.
Those teams really don't have a top 5 tight end like we do.
No. Evan Ingram is not that guy, first of all.
No. And I don't even know who the Giants tight end is. Do you?
Darren Waller. No, I'm
Is
playing.
it?
I'm playing. No, I'm playing. He retired. No, I'm playing.
It's probably good.
Pretty sure he made a rap song after he retired and it was garbage.
Probably. Speaking of rap songs, I think the new Blitzed and Amused official song is gonna be what is it?
Bend the corner.
Yeah,
Whoa.
what's it
Whoa.
called? LeAngelo Ball.
That's insane. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, God, what's it called? We don't even know our own song.
This was not spoken about before. I have no idea.
No. Okay. Obviously Bucks won the NFC South. They're in. Yeah, I was surprised the Giants kept Dable and Schoen.
Yeah.
That was surprising. I mean, I don't hate Dayball's a good coach, I think. But
I mean, it makes me happy that it happened.
he just don't have the roster, you know.
Yeah. But also, like, I think just the Daniel Jones situation sort of cemented them not being there anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
At least, maybe not Dable, but at least the general manager.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he hit with the Malik Neighbors pick, and that probably saved his job, but like his own son said, you can't fuck up that draft when you're drafting that high.
Yeah.
Like
And
that, we haven't seen that much first-round talent in a long time.
And I get you drafted Daniel Jones and you want to go with that guy. You just paid him $140 million. You let your fucking star running back walk. You got to at least give him another chance, right? But he has not been that guy for 7 years.
Yeah. Did you hear that the Raiders and Tom Brady reached out to Belichick to coach? And
Really?
Yeah, North Carolina came out and said that's just not happening.
Man, I really wish Billy would have got a job in the NFL.
I know. Well, like what's his name? Tom Brady's favorite wide receiver.
The white guy?
Yeah, Edelnut.
I like how I said the white guy. He had like 6 white wide receivers.
It's like all of his wide receivers.
Except for
Like
Aaron
he said,
Hernandez.
the only job he's getting is at Foxborough High. That was hilarious. That roast was probably the best one I've ever heard.
Yo, speaking of Fox, did you hear what's going on there?
What?
And that Joy Taylor lady?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I
wild.
get it. Do what you gotta do, but fucking damn.
Yeah.
That was off topic. That didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
My bad. That's my fault. That's on me.
I have a take here that I want to ask you as an Eagles fan.
Let me hear it.
If the Eagles lose in the wild card, should Sirianni be fired?
No. And I say that because he is, I believe, like 49-18
Yeah.
all time as a head coach. Like he wins games, and I get it. He has one of the best rosters that the Eagles have ever had built up for him. But the players and the culture that the Eagles have, they love Sirianni.
Yeah. I don't know. With the roster they have, 2 wild card exits. I don't know. If even like half of the locker room issues with Sirianni are true, that's not a good sign. And obviously, no fan knows. Like we're not inside that locker room, so we don't know
Yeah.
if it's true or not. But if he's a locker room issue, and they have 2, if they get first round bounced again this year, I don't know. I think he is very much on the hot seat going forward.
I mean, he could be, but like from me and like the thought, I just wouldn't think he would be because of how much he does win games.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, I'm not fucking Howie Roseman or the owner at that. Fucking
Yeah. Speaking about your division, the Cowboys game, did you get to
Yeah.
watch that?
I watched clips of it on Red Zone, but I don't have it here. Like we didn't get it here.
I mean, they took the Commanders to. I know it was Mariota playing, but
Yeah.
I mean, Trey Lance played well enough, I think he should be the backup going forward over Rush. And if Dak's still not 100%, I could see Trey Lance starting the season. I mean, why not? What do you have to lose?
Do you know why Trey Lance started?
Why?
Because Cooper Rush was 4. He needed 55% of snaps to get an extra $500,000.
And they just didn't give it to him?
Jerry Jones made the decision to start Trey Lance.
If I'm Cooper Rush, I'm out of there after that. That's fucked.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Trey Lance played okay, though. I mean, 20 for 34, 244 yards. He didn't throw a pick, didn't throw a touchdown. But, I don't know. I still see some, like, flashes of what made him so high of a draft pick. And I don't know. I think if Dak just isn't ready next season, why not throw Trey Lance in there, See what he's about. Obviously, they're going to roll with Dak going forward, but
that team really confuses me. They spend that draft pick to get Jonathan Mingo.
Yeah.
For no reason at all.
Yeah, he had 2 catches for 24 yards.
Like, they spent more trading him than they got when they got Amari Cooper, or when they traded Amari Cooper. Like, that's insane to think about.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Micah's on a contract here, ain't he?
I believe so. Every Philadelphia Eagle fan is saying he's coming to the Eagles. I don't want him.
You don't need him.
I don't want him. Man, he is such a crybaby ass motherfucker. I do not want him.
He's got a cool podcast.
Yeah. Sure. Cool. I don't want him.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard a lot of Vikings fans say that, hey, let's go get Micah Parsons. We don't need him. What do we need him for?
Man, every single NFL fan treats everything like that. They treat it like fucking
Madden?
um yeah.
Yeah.
They treat that shit like Madden, and they're like, you know what? We need him. Let's go get him.
Well,
Like
he's
for
an
what?
edge rusher, right? And we
Yeah.
have two of the starting Pro Bowlers. They'll probably both be all pros. Andrew Van Ginkel is probably, I'd be shocked if he didn't get some Defensive Player of the Year votes, honestly. Like, looking at his stats compared to, like, everybody else's at his position,
Yeah.
he is insane. Um, then we have, obviously, Jonathan Grenard, one of the league leader in pressures. He is just an animal coming off the edge. And we have a rookie that actually had a halfway decent season when he was in. He played limited snaps, but when we needed him to step in, he was really solid. Dallas Turner.
Yeah. I remember when you guys got him. I was actually hyped for you on that one.
Yeah, I mean, we Quasey killed that draft, honestly. Um, Tennessee, I think they have the first pick, right?
Um, I believe so. Yeah, because the Patriots won. Speaking
They,
of Patriots, fucking Joe Milton. Hold on, Joe
yeah,
Milton.
Joe
What
fucking
is?
Milton.
He gets one fucking game a year, and that motherfucker goes off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a rookie, but
Yeah. Well, he only got
22
one
for
game, so I get it. Trust me.
29, 241 yards and a tud.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he started off that game 10 for 10.
There might be a quarterback controversy going into next season for the Patriots. It'll be interesting to see for sure.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they just need receivers in the worst way. This ain't the Tom Brady era anymore. They need to get some star power in there.
Just bring in more
Um,
white guys.
yeah, that's the answer. um,
It worked for Brady.
yeah. But going back to Tennessee, if they somehow fuck up this draft and don't take quarterback, how could you not? Will Levis is not the answer over there. Not at all.
Yeah, he's not the guy.
He's like dollar
And who they
store
got?
Mac Jones at best.
Who do they got backing him up? Fucking Mason Rudolph, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just time. You gotta pack it up.
Obviously the top two quarterbacks going into this draft are going to be Shadur and Cam Ward.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see who they take. I think we'll know a little more. We'll get a little more info in the off season, obviously. But yeah, Levis is not the answer there. And I remember when that draft happened, and Vikings did not take Levis, and we took Addison. There were fans mad about that.
I mean, dude, there was a point in time where Will Levis was set to be like a top 5 pick.
Yeah, it was kind of like the draft day situation where he just fell completely.
Yeah, well, I think if I'm not mistaken, somebody went on Reddit and said teams were telling him that he was going to be the number 1 pick,
Yeah,
and so everybody was like, "All right, bet he going number 1. He going number 1. He going number 1." I've never even heard of the kid. What are you doing?
yeah. I mean, I heard about him, but I think I watch a little more college than you.
Yeah, I watch Ohio State, and that's about it.
Yeah. Going back to head coaches, Jonathan Gannon in Arizona is fucking phenomenal.
I don't want to hear about him.
You got to admit.
Or Steichen's bitch ass.
Fuck Shane Steichen. But yeah,
Uh,
Gannon was the surprise head coach for me this season. I mean, he just coaches great games, you know.
I do.
Yeah. I don't know. Head coaches Flores and actually Josh McCown are getting requests for head coaching interviews.
Really?
Yeah, Josh McCown is too. Which I think he was a big helper for Sam Darnold. It wasn't all KOC, I don't think. Obviously, a lot of it was, but having Josh McCown there was just the icing on the cake, I think. Like, he was never anything special as a player, but he is a very smart. He was a very smart quarterback. He just didn't have the talent, I don't think.
Yeah. So this upcoming Monday is the biggest game for the Vikings of the season.
Yeah. I'm
How are you
nervous.
feeling? I was gonna say, how are you feeling after what transpired this last week?
Nervous. Very nervous. I think if we get bounced first round, Sam isn't back. I think if we make it to the divisional, there might be a little bit of a discussion.
Would you
But
be happy if they extended him?
um, I'd have to live with it, but I don't want him back, honestly, even if he plays well in the playoffs, because, like I've said before, we have 60 something million cap, I think, going into this
Yeah.
season.
You said 61?
I actually made a list of players from both the Eagles and the Vikings that are impending free agents, and then I have like a top probably 16 other notable free agents. So for the Vikings, if we want to bring back Aaron Jones, Byron Murphy, that's a big one. He's had a great season. We need to bring him back. That just has to happen. Cameron Bynum, that needs to happen. Had a great season. Cam Robinson, I think we let him walk. He was kind of a band-aid for the Darisaw injury. Darisaw should be back by next season.
I was gonna say, once that happened, I feel like you guys just scrambled to find the quickest person you could get.
He wasn't bad either. He was not
He's
bad.
not.
He's going to want left tackle money, and left tackle money is big money. So I don't think Cam Robinson's back on the Vikings in 2025. And the last one, obviously, Sam Darnold. If we bring back Sam, I want to see him do like a 2-year deal on some very team-friendly shit, like 15, 20 mil a season, if anything. But
I don't know, man. People were calling for MVP 2 weeks into the season.
Yeah. Yeah. Eagles, you guys have three notable.
Yeah.
Very notable, actually.
Hit me with it.
Mekhi Becton,
Yes.
need back.
Need.
Zach Bond, need back.
Should have been fucking extended months ago.
Josh Sweat.
Also should have. Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
I thought we re-signed him last year.
Nope. Well, you could have, but it could have just been for one more year.
I think we chose him, extended him 1 year over fucking Hassan Reddick.
Yeah. I mean,
That
hindsight,
makes sense.
probably a good
I
idea.
understand. I know. At the time, it wasn't a good idea for me, but I get it now.
Here are the top, I'd say probably, I don't know how many I have here, probably 18, 19. Notable free agents. Trey Smith. T. Higgins. It'd be exciting to see where this T. Higgins drama takes him. It's been happening the past 2 seasons.
Honestly, I heard a lot of things about him going to the Cowboys.
It'd be a good fit next to Parsons.
It would, but like it just, they spend all this money on places they really don't need to spend money.
Yeah. Ronnie Stanley. Big name. Fits on any team.
I'm gonna say he offensive lineman, right?
Yeah. Javon Holland.
Yeah. That's a big one right there.
Another fit pretty much anywhere. He can mold into any system.
Yeah.
Azeez Ojulari. I don't think he stays
name.
on the Giants.
I'm gonna say I know that name. Yeah.
I don't think he stays on the Giants. If I was a free agent, I would not want to stay on the Giants.
Yeah, I can't. Especially if you got if you have a free ticket to get out of that situation.
Yeah.
You take it.
Yeah. DJ Reed. That'd be a good pickup for you guys, honestly.
Yeah.
That's a position where you guys need a little help or a little depth.
I honestly can't really see the Eagles going out in free agency and spending money, honestly.
Yeah.
Other than the players they need.
Yeah.
To get back.
Big time safety. Young safety. Very good safety. I'm gonna butcher his name. Talanoa Hufanga.
From the 49ers?
Yeah. I think he stays on the 49ers.
You can't really look at this year for the 49ers because this year is kind of like a fluke year for them.
Yeah.
They brought all all the same players back basically.
They
You
were
lose
injured
Brandon.
all year though.
Yeah, like you lose Christian McCaffrey, you lose Debo for a couple games, you lose Brandon Ayuk for the rest of the season.
McCaffrey will be interesting because tendonitis does not go away.
No.
So
And apparently everybody was saying that he had it in both of his ankles.
yeah,
Yeah.
that ain't good.
No.
Next one on the list, Charvarius Ward. Completely forgot he was on the 49ers. He kind of just fell down their depth chart, but I think
Man,
he's still a solid second option if he gets the chance.
Yeah, he is really good.
Because that Niners wide receiver room is just stacked. I mean, Debo, Ayuk, and Purcell. He just kind of fell
Charvarius
down.
Ward's a receiver?
Yeah, I think so, right?
What Ward am I thinking that's a cornerback?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Charvarius Ward's a fucking cornerback, you fuck.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
Actually, I think I was thinking of Jimmy Ward first of all, and I think he's a safety, and he did play for the 49ers as well.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why I thought Charvarius Ward was a wide receiver.
Damn. First of all, if that Hufanga dude leaves, and also Charvarius Ward leaves, that's a big hole in the 49ers secondary that they need to fill.
Yeah. A big corner. Maybe not as big as like not top 5, but still a big name going into free agency that I'm going to be watching for as a Vikings fan. I hope we pick him up. Dante Jackson from the Steelers.
Yeah.
I think the Vikings could use him and use him well, especially if we get Flores back.
I was gonna say the one time that I seen him this season was when they played the Eagles. As soon as he went out, we targeted whoever the fuck was on the cornerback that came in.
Yeah.
They would not throw at that man to save their life. Though.
Dante Jackson is locked down. And honestly, if we sign him, we can let Gilly and Gilly walk. We can let what's his name? Why am I blanking? He's on my team.
You do this every week.
Corner. I know.
Don't tell me corner. I don't know.
Shaq
what are you
Griffin.
doing here?
Shaq Griffin.
There you go.
We can let both of them walk, and if we get Dante Jackson, because we will have, if we get Byron Murphy back, of course, and we get Dante Jackson, our corner room will be Dante Jackson, Byron Murphy, and Mekhi Blackman, who was injured all season, but in his rookie season, he had a lot of upside. Mekhi Blackman was like insane when he got chances.
I feel like that's like a lot of people on the Vikings though. Once they get a chance, like they're gonna show it. Like Jordan Addison last year, basically.
Yeah.
He finally got the chance, or he got a chance as a rookie to be the number one, and fucking just went the fuck off.
Jalen Naylor this year, he had a good year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been calling for him to play for fucking years, dude. It's my Michigan State guy. Next on the list, shut up. Next on the list, Amari Cooper. I think he comes back to the Bills. I would be shocked if he didn't.
I do like him on the Bills better than I
too.
liked Stephon Diggs on the Bills.
Yeah, he's just a way better fit.
Yeah.
Him and Josh Allen were just connecting right away. It was awesome
Yeah,
to see.
he also really doesn't have an ego like Stephon Diggs does.
No. I think Diggs has kind of grown out of the ego a little bit.
I don't know, man. You see that? You've seen a couple of them games on the sideline when he was making faces at C.J. Stroud. I don't know.
I mean, everybody was making faces at C.J. Stroud this year, to be fair.
Yeah.
Next one, a lot of receivers, actually. Very receiver-heavy. Chris Godwin. I do not see him leaving Tampa Bay either.
Honestly, I think he goes immediately back.
Yep. Another one, not receiver. Khalil Mack. Old, but still good.
I forgot he was in the league.
He had a pretty productive season, if I remember right. And obviously, he's on the Chargers, so he will be playing. Speaking of Chargers additions, Ezekiel Elliott was signed to the Chargers practice squad today.
Don't say it like he's a fucking game changer.
He is, man.
No, he's
He
not.
took the time machine back to 2016.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or
It was,
2014.
it was just funny to see. Two quarterbacks. Probably top two quarterbacks. Yeah, top two quarterbacks in this free agent draft. Or not draft, free agency.
Yeah. Free agent draft.
Russell Wilson.
I can see him going, like, if... I don't know, because all the bad teams... I can see him going to the Browns, maybe. But I think they have a top pick if they don't go with Watson.
Yikes.
Also, do you think that they're just going to stick with Watson still?
No. How can you?
I don't. It's the Browns.
Send him back to the massage parlors. I think that's what every Browns fan is thinking after this season.
I mean, yeah, fuck him, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly.
After that, Justin Fields. I think he stays in Pittsburgh.
You know, one place I would really like him to go.
Where?
And I feel like this is very biased as an Eagles fan, but I want him to be the backup for the Eagles. I really do, man. I wanted it when he was gonna be a free agent, or before he got traded to the Steelers.
I wanted the Vikings to get him.
Dude, I'm a really big believer in Justin Fields still.
So am I. I love Justin Fields. He's not a cocky dude at all.
That might be the Ohio State homer in me, but like still, man.
I had a deal with him in college, and I still love him. But yeah, Justin Fields, I see him sticking with the Steelers. I think he's their quarterback next year. If Russell Wilson leaves, obviously.
Dude, fuck Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Mr. Unlimited.
Dear God. The corniest. He's like the corniest player in the NFL. His like NBA comparison would be like Klay Thompson. Just the way they talk, you know, like they're just
honestly,
corny
just the way, how he talks, how he carries himself.
Yeah.
It's like, shut the fuck up. God.
Next up on the list, we're in the top three here. Rasul Douglas.
Big corner out of Buffalo right there. I feel like he could really go anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think he comes back to Buffalo.
I don't think so. Is he still? I thought he was on the Packers. No, they got him from the Packers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, I don't know. They'd have to give him a pretty hefty deal. That's another one I'd want on the Vikings. Just any corner help. Any young good corner, you know. They're so hard to come by, but we have two good chances here to do it, you know.
Good corners, hard to come by. Shit, just draft them.
Yeah, we have issues with that.
Oh.
I don't want to get into the whole situation that happened in the offseason. I'll be very sad by it.
We don't have to. It's okay.
Yeah, very sad situation there. I think he could have been great, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next up, your boy, Hassan Reddick.
That's not my boy, bro.
That's your boy. That will always be your boy.
He used to be my boy.
That will always be your boy.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens there. I don't think he stays on the Jets.
Well, he held out for fucking 7 games already this season.
Yeah, he's not staying. My top free agent, honestly, in the whole class, Nick Bolton from the Chiefs.
Middle linebacker?
Stud middle linebacker. If it'd be hard to see him leaving the Chiefs, but if he leaves, that defense takes a big hit.
I don't think I can see, really, honestly, anybody leaving the Chiefs unless they can't sign them back.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Like, you think back to, like, when Tyreek left?
Yeah.
Nobody expected Reek to leave.
Yeah, where do we think Reek's going to end up?
Personally, honestly, I think he goes back to the Chiefs on a cheap deal.
Really?
Because I think he's all about legacy. I think he wants, and he knows that Patrick Mahomes can get him the ball. They did it for, 2 years before he left anyway?
Yeah, you know, this might be the biased Vikings fan in me talking. And don't hate on this, because this was an actual interview.
Okay.
Somebody asked him, after your contract, if you could go pick anywhere to play, where would it be? Where would your dream location be? And he said, I grew up a Vikings fan. I would love to play in purple.
Man, he gonna go to the Ravens.
Dude, that would be lit though. Him on the Ravens, I would not be mad about that. But
I would be mad about that.
him on the Vikings, that would be probably the best receiving core of all time.
That's not fair. First of all,
No, no. Fuck no. I mean, Tyreek would be a 2. Tyreek
Yeah.
is a 2.
you know what's insane about Tyreek?
What?
Last year, you know what rank he was in the NFL Top 100?
1.
Number 1. And I get it, his quarterbacks went down this season, but I don't even think he's going to be in the top 100 this year.
Off of production, no, but my personal opinion, he's still a top 5 receiver in this league.
Yeah, but like he has not, even when Tua came back and they were winning games,
Yeah.
he really wasn't doing what he was doing either like the first game this year or last year when he was fucking going insane.
Also, whatever quarterback you put into that Dolphins offense should do good. They have so
Especially-
many weapons.
I'll say, especially if they're like a scrambling quarterback.
They're up there for weapons with like the Eagles and the Vikings and the Lions, dude.
Which is weird because coming into last season, that was not a thing.
No. I mean, Devon Achane has just been insane. He
Yeah.
came out of nowhere last season.
Otherworldly.
Very much
honestly.
so. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see the whole Tyreek situation. We are definitely going to talk more about that in the offseason. And
Yeah.
it'll probably be the biggest story in the offseason. Sam Darnold will be another big one.
That's such a weird sentence to say in
I know.
2025.
I know, but after the Lions game, I still think he earned like a good $25-30 million contract somewhere, even after that
Yeah, I mean,
Lions game.
Just making it to the playoffs on the predictions that everybody had you finishing last in your division.
Winning what, 5.5, 6.5 was the over under?
Yeah, and they won 14, one win away from the first seed in the NFC.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we have, the second best record in the NFC? We're tied with you.
Yeah, 14-3.
Yeah, it's insane. I've been saying this for years. It is so weird that the Eagles and Vikings have like oddly similar years. A lot of like years.
It really, yeah.
Like,
Also,
down to
I
a
think-
T.
I think they need to change the playoff seeding.
That is a big thing everybody's talking about. But in my opinion, it would honestly make winning your division halfway meaningless. Because
I mean, yeah, but
it's always
like-
been you win your division, you get one home playoff game.
you
know,
think
this
about
is
it.
just such an oddity this season. Like it's such a like anomaly, you know?
Yeah,
If the Vikings go like 11 or 12 wins instead of 14, we're not having this conversation, you know?
yeah.
I don't
But,
think
like-
there will ever be, for a long time, another division that has 2 14-plus win teams in it.
But I don't even think it's that. I think it's just if there was 2 teams in one division that had 11, and then 2 teams in another division that had 11 wins, like that's it right there. Any team that is 500 and below, like you should not be in the playoffs. And that's a very big possibility that a team that is 500 or one game above 500 can host a playoff game.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are we doing?
It's such a tough thing because it's going to be split right down the middle how people feel about it. It's a very like political decision that they have to make in a way.
I mean, I don't think they're ever going to change it. I think it's going to stay the exact same way, and people are just going to bitch about it every single year.
Yeah, I mean, people bitch about shit every year.
It's fun.
Do you want to do a quick little? You want to do the playoff bracket, the first of many playoff brackets as we go throughout the playoffs, or would you like to do a power ranking?
We can do the bracket.
Playoff
We
team
can do the
power
bracket. We can do the bracket.
Okay, move this over and. All right, you can't see my screen because you talk off of an Xbox. So do you want to start in just wild cards and go, or do you want to go like by conference?
We can go by conference.
Okay, you want to start in the AFC?
Yo,
Texans Chargers. Personally, I have the Chargers.
Yeah, I
Chargers
can't.
defense has been insane.
Honestly, I can't see the Texans' offense moving the ball very well against the
No,
Chargers.
I'm not confident enough in that Texans offense. They could prove us wrong, and
But
honestly, I hope they do. But
they haven't really shown much especially these last few weeks.
yeah. Okay, we'll go down another one. Ravens, Steelers.
Ravens,
Very much so.
easily.
Ravens.
Just
I don't think
easy
the
dub.
Steelers are keeping up with them at all.
No.
Bills, Broncos. That is going to be a fun game. That's the noon game on Sunday, and I think you're coming over for that, right?
Yeah, it should be there like 11:30, 11.
Cool. All right, yeah, that'll be a fun one to watch, and yeah, we're gonna have to take some notes during those games.
I think it's gonna be a fun game, but I think the Bills will handle this game.
I think so too. It's not outworldly to say the Broncos could sneak in there.
Oh no, especially if Josh Allen just plays like, you know how Josh Allen is. He has 4 or 5 good games and then has one terrible game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Bills take it. So that leaves us Chiefs, Chargers, Bills, Ravens. That
That Bills Ravens game, oh my God.
that's gonna be fun if that happens. Chiefs, Chargers would be
Yeah.
a lot of fun too. I think
It
if
would.
the Texans beat the Chargers, it's not gonna be as fun of a game as that. I think the Chargers match up way better with the Chiefs.
I do think the Chiefs still win that game.
I do too.
And it sucks, dude. I just want somebody to beat the Chiefs,
I
man.
know. I think it's gonna be way closer than people would think, though. I could see the Chargers sneaking out of Arrowhead with a win, honestly.
Oh yeah, and it'd be an Arrowhead. Nah, fuck that. Chiefs win.
I think the Chargers could sneak out of Arrowhead. I don't know. They've played them close twice this season.
I don't really have a lot of faith in their offense. Their defense, I think, could hold them, but I don't have faith in their offense at all.
I have way more faith in their offense this year than last year, which is crazy considering their receiving core got worse. I think it got better, honestly, but name brand receivers, I think it got worse. Because they lost Mike Williams and Keenan Allen last year. But I don't know. Yeah, Chiefs take that one for me. We are on to Bills and Ravens. What do you think about that? I don't think you're here. Cool. So I'll just take over this since Jaden isn't here. I don't know where he's at. Bills Ravens should be an exciting matchup. I don't know. That's gonna be such a powerhouse. Like bad. It's gonna be such a good game. That could end up being game of the year, honestly. And it just depends which team shows up more. Right now, that is tough. I wish I had Jaden here. How about we call him? Let's call Jaden. We're first call on the podcast.
Hello?
You were the first call on the podcast. How does that make you feel?
Dude, I'm talking. My mic's coming up.
Leave and then join back. See if that helps.
Don't tell me what to do.
This is what I deal with.
Shut up.
We're talking about the Bills Ravens right now.
Hello?
Okay, we're good. Cool.
I heard every word you said, bro. I was responding.
Yeah,
I
okay.
thought you could hear me.
Yeah, no, you just completely cut out.
Alright, that's fine, I guess.
First technical difficulty on the podcast. Many more to
That's
come.
Xbox. That's Xbox, not
you
me.
need a PC. You need a PC, man. Bills Ravens again. That's just a powerhouse. That could end up being game of the year.
Yeah. As I was saying to myself, I think the Ravens win that game because the Bills defense just seemed to not be able to stop people.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It depends which Ravens offense shows up too. They've had a couple duds this season.
Yeah, and I mean, this is assuming that the Ravens play how they've been playing and not how they play normally in the playoffs.
Yeah. We'll take Ravens here. So we have Chiefs Ravens in the conference championship. And honestly, I have Ravens. I don't think Chiefs stopped the Ravens twice in a season. I think they should have beat them. They were a toe away from
Yeah, that was
beating
also
the
week
Chiefs
one.
week one.
I was gonna say that was also week one when the Ravens were kind of not the Ravens we know now.
Yeah. I take Ravens over Chiefs, honestly.
I'm gonna say Ravens, but deep in my heart, I know it's the Chiefs.
You can't bet against Pat Mahomes in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know it's the Chiefs, but I want it to
We'll
not
say
be
Ravens. We're gonna have more of these. Probably gonna have one every week until Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All right, Ravens in the Super Bowl. Who will meet them out of the NFC? Okay, we'll go by like games because every NFC game is Sunday. So we'll start with the 3:30 game. Packers and Eagles. I think it's Eagles. That's
Packers. Nah, Eagles. Yeah, Eagles.
I think they take care of business, especially. I mean, they rested starters week 18 against the Bears. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jordan Love did get hurt.
Yeah. I mean, Eagles. I think it's Eagles. Either way.
Especially because Jalen Hurts is back. They're gonna have that run, that like QB run option with Saquon and Jalen. I think it's gonna be pretty easy game for the Eagles.
Yeah. All right. Then we have Buccaneers and Commanders.
This is gonna be such a fun game to watch.
It will be. Are you staying for this game? It's the 7 game.
Yeah, probably.
Or at least till halftime or something.
Yeah. Because I do work the next day.
I do too. Yeah.
I can see the Commanders winning this one.
I was gonna say I'm taking Commanders, dude. I just think Jaden Daniels has he's been having a CJ Stroud year, and I don't think they get bounced first round. I don't.
I mean, unless fucking Baker Mayfield pops a perk before the game and just throws for 500.
Yeah. I'll take Commanders here.
Yeah.
I would love to take the Bucks, just so we don't have to see you in Philly in this.
How you know I'm picking the Vikings?
I'm picking the Vikings. I have to. I would be a bad Vikings fan if I didn't pick the Vikings.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of people are saying that this is a Vikings win guaranteed.
It's not.
I was gonna say, you guys already lost to the Rams.
Yep.
When they were fully healthy, and
also,
I think they're fully healthy again.
This game might not be on anybody's home turf because of the Los Angeles wildfires right now. Terrible situation.
Yeah. Where would they play it at?
Arizona.
Oh, so like a neutral site, basically.
Yes. So I think it's Vikings. I'm taking Vikings.
I mean, I'm taking Vikings too, but
yeah. All right.
Just wanted to throw some drama in there.
Before I get hurt, we'll go to the Lions-Commanders game.
Lions.
Lions.
There's no debate. Lions.
Yeah. Eagles-Vikings. Oh God, I think this
Philly,
could be a fun game.
This would be a fun game. In Philly.
In Philly, Eagles. In Minnesota, probably Vikings.
I was gonna say either way, whoever is at home wins that game.
Yeah, I don't know. It just depends on which Sam Darnold shows up. Same with the Rams game. That could go either way too. I will admit we don't play well in Philly at all. So I don't think this is where that streak dies. Philly is not the Undertaker this year. We are not Brock Lesnar.
No.
Eagles, yeah. So Eagles Lions Conference Championship. I have Eagles.
I mean, obviously me too, as an Eagles fan. I do think it would be a really good game.
I think right now the Eagles are the best team in the NFC, and it's not really all that close to me, to be honest.
I can say that it's not close, but like numbers wise, it's close.
What the Lions showed me, even though they won by a healthy margin against us, they did not look great against us.
Honestly, what I said last week about Dan Campbell shooting himself in the foot,
I think it happened.
The Vikings shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
3 straight possessions, and you make it down into within the 15-yard line, and you walk away with, I think, 6 points? 3 points?
3.
Yeah, you walk away with 3 points. You are going to lose that game against the Lions.
Yep. I think Eagles take it.
Me
So
too.
we have a Ravens Eagles Super Bowl. This would be so fun. Oh my God,
Well,
this would be fun.
well. We already seen it in the regular season. The Eagles win, and it's good years for me.
um,
Nah,
I don't know. It's like a dice roll, you know.
yeah.
I don't know. Coin flip. I don't
Again,
even know who to
I'm an
take
Eagles
here.
fan. Gotta take Eagles. I gotta take Eagles at least,
All right,
just to be an Eagles homer.
we're gonna do a
But
coin flip for me.
heads Eagles.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Uh-huh. Heads.
Let's go! Oh, we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We can just call it there. Eagles win. It's over.
Yeah. That would be such a fun game. I'd honestly, it'd be even if the Ravens won, it'd be cool to see Lamar finally win one. Same with Derrick Henry. Obviously, you'd be pissed off, but
Man,
it would
that
still be cool to
sucks.
see.
Just to even think about the Eagles making it and losing again, I don't wanna.
Yeah.
To do all this and have this season, just nothing.
At least you guys make it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd rather not. I'd rather lose in the first round, get a higher draft pick, call it a year.
Yeah.
I'd rather have pick 20, 24 than pick 31 and lose in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I don't know. We could do our power rankings now and end it on that.
Alrighty. Well, you already said who your number one was.
Eagles.
Yeah. You want to go 1 to 10?
I think it's 1 to 14, right? Playoff power rankings.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Playoff power rankings. Okay.
1 Eagles. Yeah, we both have that. 2
Duh.
Ravens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 3 Lions.
And 4 Bills.
4 Chiefs.
Wow.
4 Chiefs.
Okay.
5 Bills though.
That's where we have a little flip switch right there.
Yep, you have the Chiefs at 5.
Yeah.
Number 6, I have the Vikings. I do.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yep. 7. Here is where it starts to get tough. Because the top 6 are kind of solidified, but the rest of these are.
I was gonna say, I think it's really split between 3 in the NFC. I don't think you put any of the teams in the AFC that are left over them. Between the Bucks, Rams, and Commanders.
Yeah.
Because I think the bottom of the AFC from seeds 4 through 7, maybe not the Broncos. I think the Broncos are probably higher than those. But I think those 3 teams are like the bottom here.
Honestly,
Texans, Chargers, and Steelers.
I'll say 7 Commanders.
Man, the Commanders are such a surprising fucking team.
I know. It's fun to see, though. I mean, obviously you hate it because it's in your division, but
Yeah.
they're a fun team to watch. Jaden Daniels is so fun.
I don't hate my division. You hate your division.
I very much hate my division. Um,
So
So-
7 commies?
yep. 8,
8?
I'm not taking an NFC team here.
Really?
Chargers.
Wow.
8 Chargers.
Okay. Yeah, I would go the Rams at number 8 for me.
It's a toss-up for me between the Bucks and the Chargers, honestly.
I'm gonna say I go 8 Rams, 9 Bucks.
I'm going to go 8 Chargers, 9 Bucks, 10 Rams.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's kind of flip-flopped with you.
Yeah, I would put at 10. Honestly, I'd probably put the Chargers.
Okay. So 11. I'm going to put the Packers.
I think I'm gonna put the Broncos.
See, I'm gonna put the Broncos at 12.
And that's where I'm gonna put the Packers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The Texans and Steelers.
I'm putting Texans above the Steelers. Just, I don't know. I can't put the Steelers higher than the Texans. They both just honestly disappointing seasons for what they came at. Not the Steelers, obviously, but like just where they're at now compared to
think
what they were.
The Steelers 4 weeks ago are way higher in this list.
Yes, very much so.
When they are 10-3 or 10-2, they are way higher in this list.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
as of
going-
right now, I agree. Texans and then Steelers.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The Steelers are just such a weird team.
Like they overperformed so much.
Very
They won
much
when
so.
they had Justin Fields, and then Russell Wilson came back, and he was actually killing it for like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah.
Unlimited losses.
I have should we end it on our forgotten quarterback? And I have one you might know and probably want to forget.
Who?
It's going to be a tough shout out for you.
Okay.
Shout out Kevin Kolb.
Fuck you, you bitch.
Shout out Kevin
Why?
Kolb.
Shout out Kevin Kolb.
Let's go.